A very good afternoon to all. Respected Dean Academic, Dr. Yurika sir, then our guest as well as the resource person of today's Dr. Jyoti Rangule madam, head of the first year engineering department, Dr. Aparna Sajjan madam, all fellow colleagues and dear students here under the guidance of our administration, we have arranged one session on entrepreneurship development. So I'm taking this year an opportunity to introduce Madam briefly. So here, Dr. Jyoti Rangole madam, she has been part of our VPKBIT family from last more than 15 years in the department of ANTC. She is BE Electronics MTech in Digital System from College of Engineering Pune and later completed her PhD in underwater signal processing at Swami Ramananda Tirtha Marathwada University, Nanded. Now, Madam has very much innovative vision, and she is very much involved in the research with different subjects such as underwater acoustic signal image processing, automation in agriculture and sericulture industries. Madam has filed 3 patents till now. 2 of her students have registered their startups also, and recently her proposal titled Automatic Sugarcane Cutting and Bud Detection is selected under Yukti 2.0 initiative. And it is very nice that during the pandemic period also, Madam has prepared some sanitization machines as well as sanitizing tunnels also. And this is the picture you can see. So with this brief introduction, I will request Dr. Jyoti Rangole madam to guide us, our students. Madam, you can share the screen. Rangole madam.
Sir, my screen is visible. Just a minute, I will share. Is it visible?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, just a minute. Give me a minute. Yes. Now, sir? It should be visible now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Sononi sir, for the introduction, and I'm very much thankful to first year engineering department for giving me the chance to express what are the activities related with innovation and entrepreneurship the institute is undertaking and what is our vision. And recently we have framed innovation and the startup policy for our student, faculty and the staff members, so which is aligned with national innovation and startup policy. So I'm here to share the important aspects of this policy. So good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Jyoti Rangole. I'm working as Head of Entrepreneurship Development Cell, and I'm working as National Innovation and Startup Policy Institute Level Coordinator. Hope all of you are well in this COVID pandemic and everything is well at your end. So let me take you through the key aspects of innovation and startup policy. First of all, you should know why this policy has to be implemented at our end or at higher education institutes. So you might be aware that India aspires to be $5 trillion dollar economy by 2024. So today, to achieve this particular mark, only the cutting edge technology research, innovation and deep tech entrepreneurship is only the solution. So that's why MHRD is particularly looking forward to nurture the culture of entrepreneurship among the young minds. So they have taken multiple initiatives. They have undertaken multiple initiatives to nurture this entrepreneurial agenda among the students, staff, and the faculty members at higher education institutes. So they motivate the students not to be a job seeker. Instead of that, they should be job providers. So that is the basic motto, that the student should not go for doing a 9 to 5 job and getting a limited salary, even though they have the potential to be an entrepreneur. So they should not limit themselves to a 9 to 5 job. So they should not be job seekers. Instead of that, they should be job providers. So that is only the base which will make our country to flourish as far as the financial growth of the country, of the society is concerned, right? So that's why MHRD has taken multiple initiatives. You might have heard about Smart India Hackathon. So our students had outperformed in this particular competition. The MHRD has also taken an initiative like ARIA, that is the ranking for the technology-based institutes. Then now one more step, the MHRD's innovation cell has moved, and that move is they have formulated a policy which is particularly for innovation and startup. So this innovation and startup agenda must be the primary fulcrum of this higher education institutes. So what this policy aspect, what are the important aspects of this policy is they talk about the strategy and governance. I had presented it in slide. Then what the infrastructure, the higher education institutes like the institute like ours, so should provide to the students, staff and faculty members, how the innovation and entrepreneurial agenda should be inculcated in the students' mind, and how the institute will provide all sort of support, like including the financial support, including the technology guidance support, including mentoring support. So all sort of support, how the institute is going to provide, and what should be the norms for patents like IPR, intellectual property rights. So what support the institute is going to provide to the students who are interested to file their patent, and how we are going to judge the entrepreneurial impact of our institute. So this policy is particularly moves around 10-point agenda, but I had accommodated it in 6 points. So I had presented that in 6-point agenda, right? So what the institute is looking forward. So the institute, we have a ED cell. Since you are new to the first year engineering students, they are new to the institute, so they should know that we have an entrepreneurship development cell at our institute, and now we have also formed the Institute Innovation Council. So in this entrepreneurship development cell, we particularly conduct many activities which will motivate the students to opt entrepreneurship as a career option. So we arrange various entrepreneurial awareness camps for the students. Then we take mentoring sessions, we take the pitching sessions for the students, and now we are looking forward to connect the investors with the students who are ready to invest their money in your project. So you should have, when you have an innovative idea in your mind, don't restrict yourself with the financial aspect. So many of the students, they have many innovative ideas, but when we say, when we think of starting a startup or establishing our own business, tech business particularly I'm talking about, so very first question comes into the mind, everyone's mind, not only students, faculty, staff, everybody is bothered about from where I will raise the funds. So believe me that there are ample of funds available with the government. So government is ready to fund you. The thing is that you should come up with the innovative idea. You should find out the problems that are faced by the society, and you should find out an innovative solution to that particular problem. And you have to, when you find the innovative solution, you just go on building the prototype. Prototype is a working version of the product that you are looking forward, and then do the market survey. Who are your competitors? Then when you are having the guarantee that yes, your product is innovative and you have designed it with all sort of features that are available in the existing product, and over and above you have many features that you have provided with affordable cost. So looking forward to your converting your innovative idea to a product, through to that journey, at every step of your journey, from your ideation to converting it to a market ready product, we will be there to guide you. Or we have a strong advisory board that now we have formulated the innovation and startup advisory board of our institute. So we have very strong people from all over India, you can say, who will be there to guide you. Means sitting at Baramati or sitting at your means right now it's a pandemic situation, so I'm saying that sitting at your home also, if you approach to us, we will be providing you the guidance to how to convert your idea to a market ready product. So for this journey, how the institute is going to support you. So as I was telling you that the financial aspect should not be a barrier to start to convert your innovative idea to a product. Right now government is giving so many funds, like government is providing, like right now we are about to get 10 lakh rupees funding for our student project itself, that we have converted that idea into a market ready product. So various initiatives like right now you might have heard about Startup India policy of the government, Stand Up India policy. Then there is PMEGP scheme, CMEGP scheme. So many schemes the government is releasing in order to fund the first generation entrepreneurs or the budding entrepreneurs, right? So when we talk with the bank, the people at the bank, they told us that we have so much funds, but the people are not approaching us to get that fund to build their startup. So one thing you should write off from your mind, that I don't have money, so I'm not able to start my startup. Forget it. So when you have an idea, just follow your dream, convert that into a product. Financial aspects should not be a limitation for you. We are there to help you financially as well. So what support the institute will provide you? The institute will provide you a financial support to a limited extent. I'm once again saying the institute will provide you a financial support to a limited extent. Up to what support we are going to give you is, when you have an idea, to convert your idea to a prototype, to convert your idea to a prototype, whatever are the expenses that are needed, means in order to build your product, first version of the product, whatever are the expenses that will be needed, that the institute will provide to you. Means there should not be any problem that I don't have money to purchase the components and so on. So that sort of reason you should not give, because we will provide. So to whom we will provide, I had already sent a mail. I don't only one student. I'm happy to share with you here that one student, Tushar Patil from first year engineering, he had submitted the proposal and he had also applied to Maharashtra Startup Week. So it was really a happy moment for all of us that a first year engineering student is taking the effort, and I think he is on the right track. So so you people should also come forward, that if you have an innovative idea, just you come forward, you approach to us either through mail or through phone call, or when physically the institute will start, you can approach to the ED cell, and we will be identifying which. We have already given a call for the proposals, but hardly I could get 1 or 2 proposals submitted by the students. FE, SE, T and B, for all branches, it was really what I can say, a difficult situation for me to digest that only 2 students sent the proposal out of so many. I don't know exactly the count, but so you have to submit the proposal. I had sent the format. You submit the proposal to us. If your product, if your idea is having a potential that your idea can be converted to a market ready product, we will be providing all sort of financial support to to convert your idea to a prototype. So don't bother about the finances, right? So, and one more thing, one good news is there that our institute has reserved 1% of the total annual budget for innovation and startup related stuff. Means we will be reserving 1% of the annual total budget of the institute for innovation and startup, which includes patents, industry institute interactions, and startup, right? And there are many funding agencies. The government releases many schemes, like Department of Science and Technology is there, then Department of Biotechnology is there, MHRD is there, AICT is there. These are the bodies who are releasing their schemes, so that the students can apply to these schemes and they can get the funding. So you can get maximum, means I would say that through the department DBT, that is Department of Biotechnology, they have many schemes and they can give the funding up to 50 lakhs to the student. Can you imagine that for your idea you could get the funding maximum up to 50 lakh rupees? So it's a good opportunity for the students, but you have to catch those opportunities, right? And one more thing is that the institute, we will be guiding you to write all sort of funding proposals. We have the mentors, we have the experts from the bank, we have the experts from the incubation center who will be guiding you to on writing the proposals so that you can attract the funding from these agencies, right? And one more thing, that we will be also raising the fund from through CSR activities, corporate social responsibilities. So from nearby industries, we will be having some experts from nearby industries. So we will call them here at our institute. We will ask the students to present their ideas, and if they like your idea and if they find that there is a potential in your idea, those people will also be ready to support you through the CSR activity, corporate social responsibility. So this was about the financial aspects that I have discussed here. So how our journey will start. So instead of starting with the incubation, you might have heard the term incubation. You might have heard for the babies, right? Baby incubation. When the baby is not strong at the time after the birth, then that baby is kept into the incubation. So what that incubation provides to the baby, the incubation provides all sort of support so that the baby can stand on her or his own feet, right? So on the same track, we have technology incubations. So these incubations will take up your idea from ideation stage to a market ready product. Means here you will get all sort of support, technical mentoring support, financial support, then guidance about how to write a business proposal, how to attract the funding. All sort of support will be given to you for converting your idea to a market ready product. So we will be starting the incubation at our institute soon, but before that, we since we had not taken this initiative earlier, we have decided to go with the pre-incubation activity first. So in pre-incubation, we will call, so I had mentioned the phases, that we will first of all call the business proposals from the student, staff, and the faculty. We'll have a team who will evaluate, obviously the experts, external experts we will have, so that we will have the transparency in evaluation of these proposals. So these proposals will be evaluated on the basis of what is the degree of innovation, at what stage your product is, whether you are trying to go with the service sector or manufacturing sector, and what is the market potential for your product. Means how much is your market size, means how much is your customer size, right? And what is the socio-economical impact of your proposed idea. So through all these aspects will be considered to evaluate your proposal. And once you pass this phase 2, you will be entering into the phase 3, where you will be allowed to pitch. Means you will be given 10 minutes time to present your proposal, to present your idea, And once we find that yes, it has a potential, then you will enter into the pre-incubation. The students will enter into the pre-incubation phase. So in pre-incubation phase, we'll give you all sort of support like training programs, will give you the funding support for developing your product, will give you all sort of support from external mentors who will guide you. And once your product is ready, you can enter into the incubation phase. So this is about the overall journey or pre-incubation process at our institute that will carry out at our institute, right? So what infrastructure facility and the services the students who are admitted to pre-incubation will receive. So you will have 24/7 lab resource support to the lab resources. So you will have the access to the workshop. You will have free access to library e-learning resources, access to printer. So I had listed, and whatever event, entrepreneurial awareness camps we will organize, workshops we will organize, guest lectures we will organize, will get you can participate in at free of cost. Even though I had written here nominal fees, but will not charge this fee for our students, right? And you can also have the free participation in short-term programs like 6 months, 1 year part-time programs, which are related with entrepreneurship development, right? And we will be also guiding you in the in IPR, intellectual property rights, how to file your patent and so on. Once you had passed the pre-incubation phase, you can enter into incubation phase. So means once your product is ready, it is tested and it is validated, and now you are ready to launch your product in the market, then I would tell you that you can start your startup at our campus itself. Means you can start your company in our campus itself. So you might have heard that in Pune we have various incubations, right? What they provide you the office space on rent basis. They provide you the access to the internet, access to the telephone. Every service that they provide, they charge you. They will take some rental fees from you, right? So every device that you utilize, every lab resource that you utilize from the incubation, they charge you, right? So what we are planning for our student, if you plan to start your startup while you are doing your graduation itself, then in that case we will be providing, once you had passed the pre-incubation phase, once you had passed your pre-incubation phase, we'll be providing you office space. We will provide you the minimum furniture that is needed, so that when you want to have a meeting with your vendors, meeting with your customers, you can have a good office. You'll have an office at our institute itself. You can have access to workshop. You can have the access to all the lab resources at our campus. At our campus, whatever lab resources are there, you can access it freely, right? And even if the student expect that he don't want to go for a vacation break and he want to stay in the campus, so that accommodation facility will be also given to the students who are in the campus, who are in a graduation phase. But suppose you get pass out and here you have started your startup, then in that case, what's the story? So in that case, you can have your startup here, and when you want to come here, you can avail the facilities of the institute's accommodation. You can get the guest accommodation, which will be made available to you. So for how much period we will give you the access for free? That is the question, right? So this access will be, we have decided that we will give a cooling period of 3 months. So what is the meaning? For 3 months, that once you are in an incubation phase, for 3 months period, we will not take any rental charges from the students. That our office space you can use as your office space for free of charge, and lab resources, everything you can access free of cost. But when you discuss with the incubation centers in Pune, even Agriculture Development Trust, they have an incubation center. Whatever facilities of the incubation center you are using, they will charge you. You have to pay the rental charges. But for our student, we will make it free of cost for 3 months period, that we have decided. And one more thing is that when suppose you have started your startup here, then your company's address you can give as the address of VPKBIT, means you can use our institute's address as the address of your own startup. That flexibility also we will be giving to you. We will be connecting you to the angel investors for raising the funds. So we will connect you with the people who are ready to invest in your product, and so that you can go with the manufacturing, right? And so all sort of support here. The thing is that I want to tell you is that all sort of support will be providing you, but you have to just come forward and start working, right? Okay. So what about the norms for the student startup, right? So if the student, so there comes a question that what about if the student is really passionate and he wants to truly work in entrepreneurship or aspires to be an entrepreneur, then in that case, we will be giving some flexibility. Mark my words very carefully. We'll be giving some flexibility in the attendance. The students who are really aspiring to be entrepreneurs and they are really working hard to set up their startup, then in that case we have decided that even though their attendance is minimum 55% and above, still they will be allowed to sit for the examination. So we have decided this based on the guidance by principal sir, and but no one should take a undue advantage of this, because we will be there to guide, we will be there to monitor your progress. If your progress is not up to the mark, so this sort of flexibility won't be given to those students, right? So the students even means these are the things that are written in the policy document, that the students even can take a semester break or a year break, but we don't really advise this. Because you have to also complete your graduation within time, right? But if they truly need this, still they can take the break and rejoin the institutes. The students could get some academic credits for the efforts that they have put for establishing their own enterprise. So they will get some academic credits. So that is dependent on, once again, the decision taken by the advisory board, right? And the students, if they want to work with the seniors, their seniors who are the pass out students or our alumni or person from outside, for them also this facility will be available. For them also, for the outsiders, means if you want to work with the students who are not from our institute but you are a part of that team, then in that case we will also allow you to go ahead with your startup utilizing the resources at our institute, right? And as I told you, for the accommodation, so we will provide the accommodation in campus. Then you can use our official address as your startup address. What about the financial aspect? So whatever facilities in terms of infrastructure, in terms of some financial support, in terms of all the services that the institute is providing to you, in that case the institute could take 2 to 9.5. These are the figures that we have not quoted. These are the figures that have been quoted in the policy document itself. So 2 to 9.5% equity or stake in the startup. So since you are our student, we will not go with the higher limit. We will limit ourselves to the minimum. Means keep one thing in mind, that institute in this stage or at this stage, the institute is not expecting any financial gain from the student startup. fix this in your mind, that we are not expecting substantial financial gain from the student startup, but since you are utilizing our services, so we can have a minimum share, like a stake or equity 2%. We will limit ourselves to 2% stake, but it could go maximum up to 9.5. So it won't be uniform for all the student startup. It will vary from one startup to other. But in the initial phase, we will limit ourselves. We are not running this to earn money from the student startup. Keep this in mind. We are running this to nurture the agenda of innovation and startup in students' mind. We are expecting that every year minimum 10 to 15 startups should be initiated at our campus. That culture of entrepreneurship we have to nurture in our students, right? So the financial aspects are at least importance there, right? So these are the financial aspects that we have discussed. So we'll be also giving you a support for IPR, for filing the patent. We have the dedicated coordinator for the patent. And suppose the institute has already filed the patent, but few students want to work on that patent who has been filed already by the institute, then in that case, that liberty also, or that flexibility will be also given to the student. So in that case, there could be a royalty. So how much should be the royalty? The royalty should not be more than 4% of the sale price. So the royalty should not be more than 4% of the sale price. So once again, they had given a range, how much should be the royalty. So it could be in a range 1% to 4%. Maximum is 4%, right? So this is about the patents, right? Now, how much period a startup can stay at our campus? So we have decided that the startup can stay up to 24 months. That is, for 2 years, you can utilize our resources as your office space, as your meeting room, and so on. So 24 months, a startup can stay in our incubation. So this period can be extended based on the decision that has been taken by the authorities, but we had decided 24 months. So there are many norms that if you are in a startup, but you have not followed the laws of land, then in that case there would be a exit. That startup has to exit from our incubation. So some limits we have, some rules we have placed about exit to exit under few conditions, right? So I had quoted those points here. And if somebody tries to steal the IP, intellectual property, which institute or the other students had filed, then in that case also that startup has to exit from the incubation. So this is about the policy and what activities we are planning. As I told you that we used to, means from last 2 years, I am handling this responsibility. And under this responsibility, I could organize various activities like entrepreneurship awareness camps, various workshops, various guest lectures, and we could have a pitching session, and we could submit many proposals, means good number of proposals. And for raising the funds for startups we had submitted. So these are the few activities that we have that I have listed. Most important is we will be taking a psychometric test from FE to BE. All the students, they have to appear for the psychometric test. So what this psychometric test is, even though the student has a potential to be an entrepreneur, but many times we won't realize, means many people have that potential, but they won't realize that, yes, that they have the potential of entrepreneur, because they have not looked to that angle to earn the money. So why to be an entrepreneur? That is the most important question, that you can earn good money instead of working 9 to 5. Whatever money you are earning, you can earn much, means you can earn to a greater extent when you will be an entrepreneur. So you will get a good social status when you become an entrepreneur, and you will be a person who will be job creator. So your status in the society will get increased. So financial aspects are there, social status is there, and you can be a job creator, right? So these are the benefits when you go with an entrepreneur. So we should dream big, right? We have to dream big that I could have good career in days to come. So by that, when we'll consider, then you will really realize that yes, it means there are hurdles. There are so much, means we have to put lot of efforts in the initial phase of the startup. You have to take lot of efforts, but don't get afraid of those efforts, because these efforts will give you fruits in your future life, right? So we have to think by that way, right? So many students, they have a potential, but they won't come forward because of many reasons. One, I told you that it takes a lot of efforts, it requires financial support, but I had cleared the many aspects here. So we will be taking a psychometric test. From this test, we third party will be in a position to understand who are the students who have the potential to be an entrepreneur, and we will take that particular group of students, and we will have many sessions related with the entrepreneurial awareness. So we will be focusing only on those students who have really the potential to be an entrepreneur, right? So we will be having many competitions like business competition, product development competitions, and we will complete the formalities of admitting our students to pre-incubation phase. And I had already told you the journey, right? And we will be having many sessions related with IPR. So this is what we plan, that for 2021, how many students, and now your faculty members are also given a freedom. Before this, the faculty members were not having a freedom to start their own startup, but now AICTE has given the freedom to the faculty, to the staff members to start their own startups. So the students can join hands with the faculty members, with the staff members, and they can initiate their startups, right? So you will also get good guidance from your faculty members. So right now we have startups at our campus with the faculty and students, means the faculties are there. And you will truly need the help of your faculty members, right? So you can think by that way also. So, and don't think that I have to do a business with the student who is in my own domain. No, it will never happen. So you have to join the hands with the students from other branches. Like if you are a computer engineer, you want to start a business, you can join the hands with ENTC mechanical, means as per your application demand. As per your application demand, you don't stick to your own branch. You should have an interdisciplinary aspect, that you have to join the hands with the people who are from other branches, right? So so this is what we expect, how many startups should be there. And these are various activities that we have conducted. I would highlight here few that our students, they had participated in various innovation and startup competitions, which are released by top educational bodies, or top technical bodies, like DST is there, AICTE is there, right? COEP also is having Bhausale, that is an incubation. So our student got first prize in Smart India Hackathon. Here I had listed SIH. So it was under the guidance of Dr. Nagalkar sir, and they had developed a cotton plucking machine. So they got first prize there. Our student performed well in KPIT Sparkle. As a result of that, one student got the incubation in Bhausale, and she got the funding of 10 lakh rupees for developing a smart helmet. She had proposed the idea of smart helmet, and government funded her 10 lakh rupees for a student who was doing final year engineering. So you can realize here that financial aspect should not limit your dream, right? Our student also had performed in various innovation competitions organized by IITs, various what we can say, various agencies of state importance or national level importance. Our student has participated. Two projects got the chance to get incubated at Atal Incubation Center, which is at Agriculture Development Trust. And one student has, I would highlight here that how many student startup we registered. So this is Aishwarya Pulari. Now she is able to receive 10 lakh rupees funding. Right now, sir said that through Yukti we had filed her application and her project got selected, and probably she could get the funding of 10 lakh rupees, right? Then one other student who is once again from ENTC, Paigambar Sheikh, Hatchlogic Electronics, Electro Solutions. He had started his service sector. Believe me that he started his journey from the mini project, which was there in third year. He worked very hard in third year. I'm his guide. I had experienced his journey that from third year to final year, and complete 2.5 years this student has worked, and now he has established his service industry. He is providing chickens to the food industry, and he is right now graduated, and he is earning good enough that 60,000 in initial phase. I'm saying he has not yet settled well, but still he is earning 60 to 70,000 per month. It's good enough, right? Means when you opt for a job, then you get 30 to 35,000 at start, but he is right now earning 60 to 65,000. It's good start, right? So other student, he has started with the sanitization systems. So he has designed sanitization machines, and in the COVID pandemic, it could really help. But this business was having some limited scope. So we could think for a solution which could last for a long time, right? And one more startup, which was with Dr. Vipin Gawande and the students, Akshay and Swarali, they started manufacturing 3D printer. So believe me that we have all the resources, we have good people to guide you here, but you should take the benefit of all these things, right? So the product development I had already listed here, and we had applied for various proposals. These are few pictures. This is for the egg hatchery machine. Then this is for, means this is not ready to sell in the market, because if you look at the aesthetics, he has to work a lot on this, but he is not now selling this product, but he is providing the service, right? Then this is sugarcane bud detection cutting machine. This is UV disinfection box. Then 3D printer, automatic sanitization tunnel. This is not as it looks in the picture. It's it has been developed to a professional extent, and this was a hand sanitization machine. So these are the few products that our students has developed. So only at the end, I just want to tell you is that we all are there. Our institute is taking much effort to grow in this particular field. So we have all the support, we have all the resources. Now it's up to you how you utilize these resources. So I know that all of you have the potential. You should just think out of box, find out the problems that are faced by the society. While moving in the society also, you will find it out. Many problems are there that are faced by the society. Try to find out those problems. Try to work on an innovative solution. Do the market survey and come up with a very innovative solution for which we will be there to guide you. That's all from my end. Yes, any doubt, any difficulty, if you have, I'm there to guide you. Yes, sir. Sonone, sir?
Yes, madam. Thanks a lot for the
Yes, sir.
provoking and innovative ideas throughout
Yes,
this fluent session. Now, I think that it is a time for all the participants, maybe staff, faculty members, as well as the students, So those can interact freely on this platform.
Yes. Even though if you have any doubt, you can mail me at jyoti.rangole@vpkbit.org, or you can visit our ED-Cells web page. I don't know how many of the students had visited that page. Just you go on our institute's web page, go to ED-Cell, you will come across what are the activities, and the contact details are also shared there. So you can freely send me a mail. Yes, sir, I have completed.
Thanks a lot, madam. So during this session, you have guided the students of the first year engineering department in regard to entrepreneurship, incubation, startup, so many innovative things. And during this session, we have realized that already our senior students have shown their talent, and they have started their startups and incubation centers also. Definitely, this is going to be inspiring to our first year students also, and this will be contributing towards the same smartly in the coming days. So
Yes.
yes, we believe that your guidance is going to remain vital in coming days also. So with this, I will like to express my sincere thanks to Dr. Jyoti Rangole madam from the first year engineering department, and thanks a lot, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Sajjan, madam, Sonone sir, Hivrekar sir, for giving me the platform to share this particular policy. Thanks a lot, sir.
Madam, thank you.
Here, if Sajjan madam and
Thank you,
Hivrekar
madam.
sir wants to add something, please.
Good evening to all.
Yes, madam.
Yes, respected Hivrekar sir and Sonone sir and Rangole madam. Actually, the importance of entrepreneurship in the modern era has been told by Dr. Rangole. So she has wonderfully explained available in the innovation that are available in the incubation cell. Like a moth, after incubation, that is after having certain changes, it comes out with wings. So like that, the faculty of VPKBIT always want our, or always wish our students to flourish in their lives. So after incubation or after undergoing the training programs in the incubation center as well as the entrepreneurship cell, so the students will have their skills developed and they can face the challenges confidently. So thank you, madam, for your detailed information regarding the cell and giving the importance of this cell. Thank you.
Yes, madam. Yes. Surely, I agree that madam has inspired the entire mob drastically, and definitely they will remember that they are not going to be just job seekers, but definitely they will be job providers, and they will be having great dreams. Great dreams.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
After this, we will be connected on this platform for 2 more activities. So
yes, sir. Can I leave then?
Yes, madam. Thanks a lot. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sonone sir.
Yes, sir.
I think IST information you can provide now.
Yes, sir. I will.
And after that, other means last.
Sure. Yes, I will do that.
Portfolio that we will discuss at the end.
Yes, sir.
And we will take attendance at the end, sir.
Yes, sir. Already, I think that Many people have shared the Google form in regard to the attendance. Very good afternoon again. In this platform, I take an opportunity here to talk about a very important and integral topic relating to our first year students also, that is Indian Society for Technical Education. I will be giving a little idea about that, and then Hibrikar sir will be adding to those. So IST. It is the leading national professional non-profit making society for technical education system in our country, with the motto of career development of teachers, personality development of students, and overall development of our technical education system. So at present, IST is a very large and an effective membership base consisting of more than 1 lakh life members, more than 5.5 lakh student members, and 2,400 plus institution members, including IITs, ISIS, NITs, and other leading technical institutes throughout the country. Now, what are the major objectives of this? Providing quality training program to teachers and administrators of technical institutions to update their knowledge and skills in their fields of activity. To assist and contribute in the production and development of top quality professional engineers and technicians needed by the industry and other organizations. Providing guidance and training to students to develop better learning skills and personality. So thanks God that IST is with us to take care of all these things. Benefits. After becoming an IST member, it is proud to be a member of a national professional organization. Then after membership, we are going to add up to the family, which is consisting of an academic fraternity consisting of over 50,000 strong professionals. Then the members are given preference to attend short-term training program for academic excellence and to become eligible for career advancement opportunities. Then we are made available by monthly newsletter. Also, quarterly Indian Journal of Technical Education at very concessional rates. Additional benefits are: one becomes eligible to apply for various national level awards, publications for self-development, institutional development, etc. at concessional rates, eligible to participate in chapter level, section level, and national level conferences, workshops, and other activities of your academic interest. So many benefits are there. So this is the technical body which has been initiated by the central government of India, and our college is having local chapter of IST. So this is the certificate that has been awarded, and I feel it immense pleasure to share that we have been performing so many activities very much consistently and regularly under the guidance of the chairman of the local committee of VPKBIT, Dr. Anil Hibrikar sir. So he is the chairman, and I remember that we have conducted IST level examinations for mathematics. Ramanujan mathematics competition has been conducted. Then many of our students have participated. Even the staff from different branches have participated for the same. And not only participated, they have achieved high ranks in those examinations also, with nice certificates and prizes also. During every year, we used to take drive of our first year engineering students. Let me tell you that all the faculty members of our college are ISTE life members. And for the same, we had to pay the fees in thousands. But IST is such a kind towards the technical students, and they are offering us the students the membership at very minimum amount of rupees 295, and that is going to be applicable for entire 4 years journey, undergraduate journey. So during every year, all the students are taking this IST membership, and subsequently they are benefited in the coming days, definitely. So how much to be benefited, that depends on that individual student. And this time also, we are going to have that membership for each of the first year engineering students. So with this, I will like to have a pause, and I hand over further to Eureka sir. Over to you, Eureka sir.
Hello. Thank you, Sonone sir. I would like to add that in this particular semester, we had an activity that is technical activity for first year students, and that activity was conducted in IST chapter. So that is under IST chapter. So in days to come, there will be more activities under IST chapters, and it is compulsory that all first year students will have to take this membership, and membership fee is only 295 rupees, and it will valid for your entire up to 4 years of your degree course. And during that period, there will be some concessions while attending programs, and so many programs are there, national level programs as well as state level, and college level programs are also there. And every year we are taking drive of first year students, and our more than 90% students, they are members, and most of the faculty members, they are also IST Life members, as Sonone sir rightly mentioned. So that is regarding IST membership. How to pay the fee, that we will convey you, and message will come to you, but every students will have to take the membership, because that is in benefit of you. So that is regarding IST membership. And now we will have information. I would like to give information of students' portfolio. And for that, I would like to share my screen. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yes. And yes, I think it is in the presentation mode. Yes. So student portfolio system, this time we are introducing a new system, because in last year, from last years, we are working on it. And we would like to involve students in many activities, because these activities are very important as far as success of students are concerned. So quality is required for the success. I will complete this in very short period of time. Before that, I would forget to mention that Dr. Aparna Sajjan Madam has taken a charge of Head of Department of First Year Engineering. So I congratulate to her, as well as I have taken a charge of Dean Academics of our institute. So there will be a change in the role of Head of Department as well as Dean Academics. So I will work as a Dean Academics, and Dr. Sajjan Madam will work as a Head of Department. And I think at the end, I see already convey a message to you during this particular session. And we will discuss about the portfolios system for the students. There are portfolio system for the teachers as well as for the students. So the qualities required for your success are good technical knowledge and skills. That is very obvious, because you are taking technical education, and therefore your technical knowledge is very important. Good communication skill, that is also one quality that you require. Best learner is nowadays required. Hard working and smart work is required everywhere. Ability to think logically good problem solving skills. These are the skills that every successful person, those who wish to have a success, these qualities are required. Innovation skills, teamwork and culture, leadership skills, ability to handle many tasks at a time. We observe that some person who is good in handling one task, but if we assign him or her 2-3 tasks at a time or many tasks, then it is not possible to perform well. And performance is the key for everywhere, means key factor. So performance is required in any activity, and that is countable, and that is a key factor of your success. So ability to think out of the box, honesty, politeness, all these qualities are required. If you look at a successful person, most of the qualities he or she is having among these. And these qualities can't be come from the classroom teaching, can't be come from the bookish knowledge. So it will require actually experience learning, and experience learning will come from the responsibilities. So that's why we have decided to assign a portfolios for the students. Students will be involved in many activities. I'm very happy to share with you that our first year students, as you all, you have taken a responsibility to conduct the program, and maybe it is student-teacher interaction program, as well as technical activities. Some program you have conducted, and that is very nice experience for all of us to see that you are growing, and definitely that will help you a lot in many ways. And we would like to give some responsibility to the students, and so that, because you need a platform, and those platforms can be developed, can be given through the student portfolio system. It will help to enhance your skills, experience, because learning will come from the experience. Best learning method is the learn from the experiences, and that will opportunity that you will get just by doing something, doing some activities. So taking responsibilities, then useful in academic and goal setting. So portfolio system helps you in many ways, authentic showcase of learners learning. When you perform well, when you do something, and therefore definitely you can say at the time of your interview, you have done so and so activity, you have participated in so and so activity, or you have conducted, you have organized, you have taken part in that particular activity, and that will be a good experience for you, and you can mention it at the time of your interview also. Useful in academic goal setting, it is highlight your best work along with life experience, values, and achievements. Helpful for self-discovery and confidence building, because confidence comes first. Whenever you like to perform anything, your confidence counted first. And confidence will not come automatically. All these skills, whatever I told you, 12 skills, they will not come automatically. It will require a lot of experience. It will require a lot of efforts, and it will not come in a day. So it will come slowly through the experience. It is useful for an interview, obviously. I have observed that many students, those who are selected, those who those who got good opportunity through placement, and those students are who have performed well, means in extra activity, not only in the academics, beyond the academics. So that is the required, and connect with the teachers and college athletes. Because there is a mentor for every activity, and mentor will guide you, and that definitely will help you to connect with the teachers, college authorities, and your friends also. So it will definitely help to develop team culture and all that. So what is student portfolio system? It is divided into 4 or 5 parts. Institute levels, student coordinators like accreditation, ranking, IQAC, autonomy, art culture. These are the areas where students will be given opportunity. Campus equipment, maintenance, core R&D, educational technology, entrepreneurship, incubation, then ERP, exams, library, music, singing, dance, drama, photography, videography, preparation for higher education and jobs, professional society chapter. Every student will get one portfolio, and definitely they will involve in all activities. Now, only teachers, they are involved in these activities, but now if we give opportunity to the students, definitely that will help them to grow. And sports, students welfare, T&P, teaching learning, technical activities, technical outreach program, then technical publications and all that. So these are the institute students coordinators. So list will be provided to you, and in that list maybe there is slight modification, and we have departmental as well as institute levels students coordinator, that is anchoring. Then we have alumni activity, acting, drama, art, culture, magazine, then all that. At any area you take, badminton, basketball, any sports, every sports we are involving in that. Brain game, center of excellence, conferences, research paper publication, consultancy, course videography, cricket, dance, drawing, painting, and all. Fashion, financial support, football, all this, GATE examination, Google Classroom, government scholarship, GRE, IIT, TOEFL, CAT. There will be coordinator for each IEEE, industry visit, internship, IQAC, IST, intellectual property rights, and all that. So these are around, we have reduced now, it will be around 60. And job interviews, then these are the sports, Kabaddi, Kho-Kho, MOOCs, music, NAT, NBA, NIRF, NSS, then Olympiad, photography, then private scholarship, R&D, network branding. You can just go through the list. Every field is involved here. Swimming, table tennis, Tech Fest, technical journal, technical magazine, technical newsletter, technology awareness program, Unnat Bharat, Unnat Maharashtra Abhiyan, videography, virtual labs, volleyball. Every field we have involved. And we may have a class students coordinator. So there are institute level coordinators, there are class level coordinators, as well as there are batch level coordinators and department level. So institute level, department level, class level, as well as batch level. So we will start from the batch level, and then we go to class level, and then department level, and then institute level. So these are class level coordinators. These are 29 we have identified and shown in this particular slide. And we can just see that these are the MOOCs, music, singing, dance. We have combined them. Outdoor games, photography, videography, preparation of higher education job, public relation and branding, R&D, students welfare, teaching learning, technical activity, technical outreach program, technical publication, training and placement, virtual lab, Google Classroom, indoor games, exams, ERP, and many more areas. So I would like to just mention that there will be a batch level coordinators also. And for every batch, at least it is increased now, it is up to 15 number. So there are around 20 to 22 students in a batch, but out of that, 15 students will be assigned as a coordinator of some of the activities like administration and students welfare, center of excellence, education technology, industry institute interaction, music, photography, art, culture, magazine, preparation for higher education and job, R&D, then sports, teaching learning, examination, technical activities, technical publications, and professional society chapters, and training program placements. So what we will do is we will provide you a Google form, and you have to give your best choice. Maybe 3 to 5 choices will be asked to you, and we will provide you all details, and you have to immediately give your choice, and portfolios will be assigned to you in this semester, and definitely it will be implemented. Some portfolios we will implement this time, but since your term is now ending, and those portfolio will be continued in the second year, because immediately after examination, when your second year starts, at that time you will be given a role of that particular portfolio, and you will be connected with your teachers, your branch teachers, and there they will guide you. So there will be one teacher with you, so that you can take a guidance of the teacher, and you can help to improve by your own, as well as you can contribute to improvement of our institute as well as the society. So that is regarding the students' portfolio. I hope this will definitely help us, because under the guidance of our principal sir, we are working on it, and this form will be provided to you very soon, and portfolios will be assigned to you immediately after going through your responses. So I hope this will help you in many ways. So I wish you all the best, and thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Sajjan madam, if you would like to share something, you can.
First of all, I would like to congratulate Dr. Hivrekar sir for getting promoted to the position of Dean Academics of VPKBIT. So congratulations, sir, from all the faculty and students. Actually, youth power is having more energy than the other generations, because you see, when students get involved in any activity, it will become more, and the activity will become more and more successful. So for that purpose, students are being added in these activities. So that is, students will be assigned some coordinatorship with the help of faculty and student in a team. So the activity will be carried out more smoothly. So thank you, sir, for giving the detailed account of the profiles, student profiles. Thank you once again for your time. So,
thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Is there anyone, if any of the faculty members wants to add something?
Any students or faculty members would like?
Yes, students also, please. So student, anyone can unmute and add. So I think that there is nobody who wants to share. So